Any question? I didn't talk over that last part. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it to music, speed it up ever so slightly, put it on a TikTok, and then try to get it into the DIY places where I can get someone to come along and comment on it. I don't know if you've seen this kind of video, but it's like people like making tools. And they're like, yeah, or you can just go out and get the proper tool for the job. Like, oh, this guy, he made a hammer out of a wrench. Why don't you just get a hammer instead of spending all this time making a wrench? So this person could do is like, oh, well, why would you want to do all this graphing when you can just find these numbers on a calculator? Just find them on a calculator and then like kind of shrug and just kind of like miss the whole point. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to find some like jaunty, upbeat, free music, make a little TikTok. That's why I had to point at all the stuff. So I'm like, right, and check things off. The point is that we want to know sine and cosine. We start off with sine and cosine all the way around the unit circle. We want to know how this is related if we stretch this out horizontally. So we stretch theta horizontally, and here we see the x coordinate from cosine start off at 1, drop down to -1, and back up to 1 as it goes around the circle. 1, -1, back up to 1. And then we want to look at sine, starting off at 0, going up to 1, down to 0, down to -1, back up to 0. That's what the y coordinate is doing around this unit circle. Starts off at 0, goes up to 1, goes down to 0, down to -1, back up to 0. So up, down, up again. But instead of going up, down, up again, we want to spread it out. Up, down, up again. Up, down, up again. Up, down, up again. Because it just keeps going forever. Looking into the future, once we know these values really well, once we've got a good picture of how this graph is shaped, we can start making adjustments to it. So we look at this graph and we see this sine wave going on, and we can start thinking, and then we can start making adjustments to it. The pitch will be compressing it in this way. So high pitch, low pitch. The volume will be stretching it out vertically. Very loud, not so loud. Make adjustments to our base graph. If you think back to the things that we've done before in algebra, not maybe us all together as one, we haven't done a lot of algebra. We weren't in algebra class together. But if you think back to the things that you did in algebra, you learned a basic graph, y equals x, and then you learn modifications to that. Y equals x plus b, minus b. Y equals 2x, y equals 1/2 x. You learned about parabolas, y equals x squared. And then what happens if you do y equals 1/2 x squared, or 2x squared, or 2x squared plus 5, or 2 times x minus 3 plus 5, minus 3 plus 5. You just start adjusting it by moving it around. But to do that, we need to learn our values, we need to learn our base graphs, and we need to be able to draw nice pictures. And here are 4 steps to drawing nice sine waves. Any questions? Comments? Deep thoughts? How's everybody okay? Everybody looks stunned. It's only week 3. There's like 17 weeks in the semester. We've got to do this 14 more times. And you're already like, All right, that's going to do it for today. That's going to do it for this week. There's some homework due on Sunday, but we can still talk about it on Tuesday because you could always fix it after the due dates. All right, that's it for today. That's it for this week. I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Everybody have a good weekend, and thanks for playing.